Tisha bAv is the Jewish nation's day of mourning. What are we mourning? The destruction of the temple almost 2,000 years ago. We still haven't come to terms with the fact that it's gone, and we're still mourning. It sounds a bit like we just don't want to forget. We want to mourn. We don't want to get over it. How come? Is that healthy? Doesn't it make more sense to get on with our lives? And the answer to that is that mourning the destruction of the temple, mourning the loss of what the Jewish nation looked like in those days, mourning the loss of our spiritual capital, Jerusalem, that has kept us alive. That has kept us going as a nation. Showing that this is a priority. This is something to get emotional over. This is something to cry over. This made a loud statement to us and our children. We passed it on to our grandchildren. Yes, for over 1900 years, the Jewish nation mourns the destruction of the temple. Mourning, meaning a real outpouring of pain. The emotion of pain, real pain. This was at the center of the nation, and by mourning its loss, it remains at the center of the nation. The idea of what we're made of, what we're all about, is our connection with the Creator. And the temple allowed for an obvious connection, where as a nation we would unite and serve Him, where miracles were apparent all the time, where the Sanhedrin sat, interpreted the oral law, and issued judgments, where the tribe of Levi taught. Everyone knew this was the center of Torah. Torah, avodah, service to Hashem. It was also the place the Jews got together. And we know that in the days of the temple, there was a special place for those in need, those in mourning. And we care for one another. It was a temple that unified and gave a clear definition of what we stand for. We are the people of Hashem. We are the people who see our number one goal in life as establishing a relationship with Him, becoming more like Him, living according to His ways, giving because He gives, perfecting ourselves because He is perfect, moving closer and closer to Him. This mourning is what kept us going. The mourning is what reminded us just what we're all about. It also kept the Jewish nation strewn all over the globe. It kept the Jewish nation focused on coming back someday. We know that our future, the future of the Jewish nation, is back here in the land of Israel, in Yerushalayim, but with the Beis Hamikdash, with the temple at the center of it, with that relationship which to the Jew is the most important thing. The Mesilas Yesharim writes that really the foundation of anything great, of all service to Hashem has to be a clarity as to what our goal is. And he says that the rabbis made it clear what that goal is: closeness to the Creator, perfecting ourselves, living like Him. That was the statement we made when we mourned Jerusalem. It's the statement we continue to make when we mourn the destruction. This is our number one value. And the fact that we don't have it is the nation's number one tragedy. This focus, the fact that the Jew always said next year in Jerusalem, the fact that in every prayer we mention Yerushalayim, that gave us a clear statement of whom we are, what we're all about, that was so crucial to our survival. We're told terrible things about those who don't mourn. What that means is that any Jew that's missing that understanding of what it is that we had and no longer have, any Jew that's missing an understanding of how this is our number one priority, is missing out on the essence of Judaism. It is so important. So mourning is not just that, I guess, throughout the year we have to go through the various different forms of emotional expression, and we rejoice and we mourn. No. What it is a clear statement of what we're all about. The Jerusalem Kollel is all about Jerusalem. It's all about Jerusalem being at the center of the Jew's heart, at the center of the Jewish nation, becoming godlike, perfecting ourselves, knowing His wisdom, having a thirst for the divine understanding of everything in life, and serving Him, coming close to Him. This is something we want to bring to every Jew wherever he is. Join us, if you already have. Continue in the struggle to make every Jew know what we're all about is the temple in Jerusalem, our closeness to Hashem, our relationship with Him, and understand that the lack of the Beis Hamikdash is something to mourn. And if enough of us understand that, the temple will truly be rebuilt. The Jewish nation will come back home and be the nation of Hashem as it always was, a light unto all of humanity, becoming like Hashem in the way we think, in the way we deal with one another, in the way we live. Shana haba b'Yerushalayim habnuya.